You may have noticed that AI already surrounds you. When you use Gmail account, who determines which one is spam email? AI decides that. Who recommend your Netflix movie? AI. How can a financial institution determine if a transaction is fraudulent? The majority of the time, the transaction volume is far too high for humans to manually review each. AI helps here. The advertise and posts you see on Facebook which resembles your current needs, destination travel map and ride on Uber, your assistant Alexa and Siri are all AI. I have only scratched the surface of examples of AI that make our day-to-day life easy. So why some are afraid of advancement in AI and making it mysterious? There are two schools of thought, and both are from great minds. One thinks AI is an existential level threat to the human species. Elon Musk in this corner. Steven Pinker is on another. In a traditional style computer programming, you provide detailed step-by-step instructions to how to solve a problem. But when you use AI, you don't tell it how to solve a problem. You just give it the goal, and it has to figure out for itself via trial and error how to reach the goal or solve the problem. And sometimes it does not turn out the way you wanted it. Sometimes in a funny and sometimes it is a bit scary way. Amazon team developed an AI program in 2014-15 to review job applicants' resume to mechanize the search for top talent. They wanted a system where they give it 100 resumes and it will spit out the top 5 so that they will hire those. But it turned out that the AI system was racist toward women. It was selecting only men for jobs. Due to the past 10 years of resume data they used to train the AI system, it mostly came from men candidates, reflecting male dominance across the tech industry. Amazon shut down the project. Though it was a clear indication of garbage in, garbage out. But there are no guarantees that even after adjustments, the program will not develop new ways of discrimination. That is just one example from many. Let me show you what I have found that surprises me. I trained a machine learning model using my past investment decisions. The decisions were based on these fundamental analyses, such as expected target price, earning per share, CAPM, beta, alpha, etc. There were 3 types of decisions I made: whether I'm buying the stock, keep holding it if I already have it, or sell it. Making a decision is one thing, but whether that was a good or a bad decision can only be determined after some time. So I also documented whether my decision was good or a bad decision. My aim is to train an algorithm. So when I'm saying train, I mean algorithm to see pattern, relationships, etc. that make a good decision or a bad decision. So next time when I'm going to make a decision, the algorithm should predict whether it will be going to be a good decision or a bad decision. Let's see how supervised machine learning to train itself. We provide it with 2 different types of data. One is called features and other is label. In this case, features are all these fundamental analysis data columns, and label is the outcome of decision column. I want an algorithm to learn to see What is common in these features? A pattern, a relationship, a covariance, whatever it is, that leads to the outcome of decision result, good or a bad. The next time I give it only this section as the problem, it should provide me with this. Let's quickly go through the training process so you will have some understanding of what is happening. I'm using Jupyter Notebook for this task. I'm loading all required libraries, loading stock data file. This is how the data looks once loaded in the notebook. There are 243 rows in the data file which matched our Excel file. I'm doing some cleaning and pre-processing here. The last step in training the AI is to test its accuracy. In this case, it achieved approximately 92%, which is not bad. It's time. These are my stocks and my desired decisions. And I want my machine learning algorithm, which is now trained and achieved 92%, to tell me what would be the outcome of these decisions. I need to know whether these are going to be good or bad choices. The file name is request.csv. Let's load list of all stock that I am interested in will be good or bad in the request.csv file. Some cleaning and pre-processing again. And now let's see what my trained AI is predicting for my desired stocks and decisions. All bad. There are 6 stocks in my list and AI expecting all my choices will be bad decision, whether I sell, buy or hold. That is quite possible that I am a terrible decision maker. But this next bit will surprise you. Let's see what this algorithm predicts for one of the data rows it used in training. I'm selecting this row here where price was 194.4, target was 195.57, and in training dataset it already had all this information, including actual outcome of decision, which is good. So it already knows that it is a good decision. Let me give it the same data row as if it was given to it, and what outcome would it predict? And check this. It predicts it bad as well. Isn't this interesting? That the algorithm already read the data where it has good, but now predicting it as bad. Let's try another data row. This one. Price 260.99, target 267.77, PE 7.57, and the actual outcome was good. But let's see what algorithm predicts. The outcome bad pops up again. Now I am running out of my patience. Let me give it all the good outcome data rows I saved in a CSV file to see what it predicts. All bad, even for the data it already knows in training. So what is happening here? Let's explore the reason. There are 243 data rows in the stock data file, out of which 19 are good and rest is bad. The ultimate goal of the algorithm is to predict the outcome, either good or bad. The percentage of good in the total population is just 8% and bad is 92%. 92% mean close to 100%, almost certain. So this is how the algorithm is taking it. Rizwan asked me to learn from the features columns, the patterns, the correlation, the relationship, etc., etc. That would help me to understand and predict decision outcome, which is either good or bad. 92% of the time, which is almost certain, the outcome bad appears in the outcome column. Oh, that is easy. Bad is most frequently happening outcome, nearly every time. So every time Rizwan asks me to predict something, I will predict bad. Technically it is called bias, but the way I see it, it is AI cheating. Deceitful tactics that are giving me a false impression that it is predicting based on features learning. The question is, should accountant be concerned about that? Accountants work in various business domains, most traditionally in internal audit, risk management, external audit, business planning and budgeting, tax, wealth management, etc. Those who are beneficiary of AI system, who used AI recommendations, should be mindful that the AI could come up with something similar. Those in the audit and risk management should consider adding new tools to test AI ethical considerations.